Well, okay, to those who put a lot of downvotes and criticized me for my saying I was never going to buy the KOTOR a PS5 nor the KOTOR remaster slash reimagining for the reasons I stated. Well, considering the writer is going on the direction of talking down to men and Star Wars fans, how about you assholes take your crow and fucking eat it, huh? Because I was right. Right, in the terms of the direction the writing team was going to go with it. Another classic character from extended lore, basically retconned to fit a political agenda. In this case, Revan the Prodigal Knight. For those who don't remember this character's story, I'll explain. It starts shortly before the Mandalorian Wars, roughly 3,960 or so years before the Battle of Yavin. He's a Jedi training at the Enclave on Dantooine, alongside his friend Alec, who he eventually takes under his wing. Fed up with... and he's also a former student of the Jedi historian and instructor, Kreia. Fed up with the Jedi choosing to sit and wait to see how the Mandalorian Wars play out, he instead takes a small splinter cell of Jedi and joins the Republic in their war to crush the Mandalorians. Specifically, in the final battle of Malachor V. All but one fall to the dark side. That one is not Revan, but his general, the Jedi Exile, real name Mitra Surik. However, Revan senses something amiss. After defeating Mandalore, he asks why the Mandalorians attacked the Republic. The Mandalorian leader explains he was manipulated into it from the from the reaches of the unknown parts of the galaxy, specifically the planet of Dromund Kaas. And there, he and Alec confront the Sith Emperor Vitiate, but they are defeated and turned into Sith Lords. Darth Revan and Alec renamed Darth Malak, respectively. Over the next 5 years, they start the Jedi Civil War, picking up more Jedi fall, all hunted down by Sith acolytes, or they get disillusioned with the way of the light and begin to fall to the dark side and go to the Sith teachings of their own volition. Others are tortured into accepting the ways of the Sith. It's around this time Revan learns of the Star Forge, a massive factory that he could use to undermine Vitiate and overthrow the Republic and get it ready for an invasion provided by the Sith Empire. However, this plan doesn't last. A Jedi strike team reaches his flagship, and before the killing blow can be struck, Malak turns on his former friend and master, which leads to him clinging to the point of death. Knowing that if he dies, it could all be for naught, the war effort of the Jedi and the Republic could be all for naught, Bastila Shan takes Revan back to the Enclave on Dantooine, where the Jedi Masters reprogram him with a new identity, one loyal to the Republic, hoping to use his memories to find the ancient star maps and the location of the Star Forge to their advantage. He's put on a ship called the Ender Spire, which is hovering over the mid-rim world of Taris. But it gets gunned down. Landing in the upper city apartment with the aid of a Republic war hero from the Mandalorian Wars, a Talosian human named Cartho Nasi. Together, the two need to track down Bastila, and they get their own little ragtag group of allies while on Taris. a Wookiee named Zalabar, a Twi'lek street urchin named Mission Val, and after they rescue Bastila from a lower city swoop gang, they gain the Mandalorian bounty hunter, warrior turned mercenary Canderous Ordo to their cause. And then they eventually, and upon returning to the Enclave on Dantooine, Revan is reinstated as a Padawan of the Jedi Order. He also manages to snap the Cathar Jedi Juhani out of her dark side rut. Together, they go after the Starforge, finding the 4 maps, in addition to the one on Dantooine, which would actually make 5, on Tatooine, Kashyyyk, Korriban, and Manan and Korriban, all the while picking up new allies like, and they also had an astro droid known as Model T3 and 4 before they left Taris. And they picked up Davik Kang, a local Teresian crime lord's flagship, best freighter smuggler, the Ebon Hawk. Anyway, they also pick up a Jedi who had basically quit the Order, and a veteran of the Great Sith War against Exar Kun, Jolee Bindo, who had spent the last 20 or so years as a hermit on the forest floors of Kashyyyk, or Kashyyyk, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And in Tatooine, they pick up a protocol/assassin droid, the Hunter-Killer Model 47, who is by far the funniest character in the game. That being said, as each planet and star map is found, 2 things are happening. 1, the Force bond Bastila created with Revan is growing stronger, and over time, she's starting to fall in love with Revan. The other, his memories are starting to return. But it's not until they're captured aboard Malik's flagship, the Leviathan, that all becomes clear. You, the player character, are Darth Revan, Malik's former master. To buy time for the rest of the crew escape, Bastila fends Malik off, but it's for naught. She's captured, and in the Rakatan sanctuary world of Lehan, the last bastion of the ancient Rakatan Empire before the Republic was formed, she falls to the dark side after a week of torture. The heroes shut down a stasis, disruptor field around the planet that prevents anyone from getting near the Starforge. Bastila escapes, and you can either pursue her or have her join your cause, killing your crew. I choose not to go that route. Instead, the crew goes into the Starforge, and note, this is the canon way the game plays out. When a small ragtag team of what few Jedi Knights or Masters are left, go into the Starforge, take down droids, Sith Acolytes, Sith Masters. All leading up to the final battles. First, Revan faces Bastila alone and defeats her, confesses his love for her, and she in turn confesses that she loves him, and uses her battle meditation, which is the reason the Sith were after her. I forgot to mention this, because her gift can turn the tide of any battle. Battle meditation allows one to boost the morale of their allies while demoralizing their opponents. The only caveat is you gotta stay in one spot to do it. Plus, it's extremely taxing. That said, then Revan goes after Malik. The two fight, and Revan wins. Malik laments over his choices and believes that if the roles had been reversed, he could have done the same thing that Revan did. But it was never his to do. In the end, the galaxy is safe for a short time. Revan and Bastila marry shortly thereafter, although much to the Council's disgust. under the condition that they never reveal their teachings to the rest, show their teachings to the rest of the Order. Yeah, even back then, the Jedi Order were a bunch of dogmatically fanatical imbeciles to detach themselves from emotion. But this was mostly due to but one could say it was justified after the atrocities these sorts of attachments caused during the war against Exar Kun. It's in the comics, in the Tales of the Jedi comic book series, for those wondering. But that being said, and that's how the game ends. If you play KOTOR 2, which I didn't, it goes a little further, and then Tor, which I didn't bother with getting at all because of all the various expansions, plot summaries, yada yada yada, which takes place 300 years after the events of KOTOR 1, KOTORs 1 and 2, is just downright too massive for me to bother with. Now, as for, again, to those who ridiculed me, eat crow, because this time I was right. You guys are wrong. You want to debate me on this? Leave a comment, smash the like button, share the video, sub to the channel. Mets2128 is signing out. Goodbye, good night, bang, and I'll see you next time.